guys.
Welcome back to the Dramatic
Elements Podcast.
We're back for episode 10.
Episode 10. Double
Happy-
digits.
Almost New Year's.
What?
Almost 2025.
It's so funny to say this considering it's
currently
November
November 18th. Right.
Yeah, it is November
It's a
18th.
Pre-recorded, mama.
But period. You
Right.
guys are used to these.
Yeah,
right
at this point, right. At this point, you saw that coming.
Right, at
Yes.
this point you did see that coming. But yeah, hello, we're literally ringing in the new year.
Right.
And it's being rung
And
in.
it's being rung.
Right,
Yes, exactly.
100%. We're
Yes.
excited. Almost done with season 1 of the Dramatic Elements podcast.
About to be, which is crazy.
So excited. Literally 2 weeks till the finale.
Yes.
We can't wait. We hope you're excited as well. So today's topic is we are going to be sharing our top 3 favorites for just a bunch of different categories.
Right.
And just chatting about those. So
Yes.
shall we jump right in?
Let's jump right in.
Okay, number 1, movies. What are
This
your
is
top
hard.
3
This is hard.
movies? Yeah.
Movies, these ones are going to be hard for me, I fear.
Yeah.
Movies, top 3, but then can I give like an honorable mention? Also,
no pressure.
Right.
Do what
right.
you want.
Okay,
This is your
Okay.
podcast.
Facts. No, that's a really good point.
We literally can do
Top
whatever.
3, but in no particular order.
Right.
Also, this is just going to serve as a recommendation podcast.
Lovely.
Booksmart is such a good movie.
What is that about? I've never heard
So,
of
have
that.
you ever seen the movie Superbad?
Yes.
Michael
yes,
Cera,
actually.
Jonah Hill?
Yes, yeah.
So everybody, and I don't agree necessarily that it was like the female Superbad, because that's just kind of like demeaning them. Like, I don't really love
Right.
that. But I do think you have to admit there's real comparisons. It's basically,
yeah.
and also one of the 2 girls is Jonah Hill's younger sister, which is just a fun fact.
Oh, that is silly.
But Beanie Feldstein, my literal angel on earth.
Okay.
I love her. But basically it's similar to Superbad, where it's like 2 girls who are like super, and like it's like the end of senior year. It's like the last night of senior year of high school or
Right.
something. And they're like they were so focused on school and academics their entire 4 years that they never went out. They're best friends and they're hilarious together. And they kind of realized on like the last day that everybody else is also smart and also going into Ivy Leagues, but they also got drunk every weekend and went to parties. And they're like, what did we do? We have to go out tonight. It's our one night. Like, why did we do this to ourselves, basically? And so it's their like journey through the night, but it's so funny, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. I recommend everybody like, it is literally so good.
Yeah.
So that Perks of Being a Wallflower, I think, is always going to be in my top 3.
Right. I've never seen it.
I knew by your face that you never, the lack of
Right.
reaction.
Right.
Because if
yeah.
you've seen it, I know you just gasped.
Right.
Perks of Being a Wallflower book, originally made it into a movie, brilliant, totally different vibe than Booksmart. Like, you'll sob, but like, I just really love that movie a lot. Recommend.
Cute.
And then like Hunger Games,
Right.
first and second movie are my favorites, in my opinion, are the best ones. Probably the second one's the best one. Have you ever seen Hunger Games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like forever ago, though.
Yeah.
But yes.
Love the Hunger Games. There's a movie called The Operator that I really like also.
Oh, okay.
Probably top 5, in the top 5.
Right.
So yeah, I feel like if I like made a list, I could have like a lot of recommendations, but those hit every
First
time.
that come to
yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Right.
Booksmart, like, everybody needs to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really not a big movie person, like, at all. I haven't seen most movies. I just never watch movies. But this past summer I saw Longlegs.
Right.
Loved that movie. We've talked about it. That movie was just really cool because it was a psychological thriller, which I've like, this past February, me, my sister, and our like neighbors, we really just like, it was like a 2-week span where we like hung out a few times and we just got really into psychological thrillers.
Mhm.
We watched a bunch. And so I just realized that I do really love those kinds of movies. And so this past summer when Longlegs came out, I went to go see it with my friends, and that was a cool movie.
Yeah.
That was a really cool movie. I just think it was done really well, where you were like left on the edge of your seat, like not knowing what's happening throughout most of the movie, but it wasn't like you were so in the dark that you were bored,
Yeah.
because they were giving you like little hints throughout, but it
Yeah, yeah,
still was
yeah.
like sending you on this just like you were just up in the clouds. You
Yeah.
really didn't ever seriously know like for sure. Whoa. For
Right,
sure
right, right.
until the last like scene,
Yeah.
which was really cool. And it was just done really well. Like the whole like whatchamacallit, yeah, good morning. We have a visitor. Hey queen.
No, yeah, I
Which it's just
can't. I would have probably fucking started sobbing, but then the first 2 minutes and then left the theater. Like we
lovely.
have very different
Yeah, movie
movie styles, but
style.
yes. Oh,
It's
and
coming for
a
me.
movie that just came to mind.
Which one?
Oh my god, what was it called? Oh, Knives Out. I just
Oh,
watched it with my
yeah.
girlfriend when she was here.
Yeah.
Fire. Go
And
ahead.
period. So I loved that one. Then I have like, okay, To All the Boys I Loved Before. Listen, when I was in 7th grade and that
I
movie
did
came out,
not see that.
it just
Long
became
legs to all the boys.
it just
That's
became like a
crazy
comfort
duo.
movie, like
Okay,
in like a
period.
strange way. I don't know. It's just like there's something about the vibe of that movie. I've just I just randomly like have rewatched it. Like in the past year on like an airplane once, I watched it and I was like so comforted. And I was like,
Okay.
wait, this is beautiful.
And
Like
yeah,
I don't know why it became a comfort
it's like
movie the second
warm.
I saw it when I was in 7th grade when it
Right.
first came out.
Right.
And everyone was freaking out about Peter Kavinsky. What's his
Yes.
name? Noah Centineo,
Yes, yes.
whatever his name
You
is.
just said both of those things
And,
correctly.
wow,
Noah
and period.
Centineo is that his name? Like, not that I've seen the movie 50 times, but
Right.
yeah.
No, so that movie, I feel like that movie, I have to shout it out because it is like my little comfort movie, which is so strange and random. Um, Other than that, I don't even know.
Really
I just don't watch movies. I
valid.
don't know. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Some of the random psychological thrillers I watched that like one weekend forever ago, those were cool. I don't remember the names of any of them. Superbad was funny. I watched that with my girlfriend
Yeah.
at the end of last like
If
school
you like
year.
Superbad, I really think you'll like Booksmart.
I should watch it
I
then. It sounds
arguably,
fun.
I think not. I don't think it's better necessarily, but I enjoy Booksmart more than
Yeah.
I love Superbad, but Booksmart, I'm literally crawling on the ground. Like
Yeah.
you guys should watch it. It's really
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. And period. So that's movies. Next up we have shows.
Okay.
This I can talk about.
Favorite TV show of all time for me is called Parenthood. It was on NBC years ago. I did not watch it when it was airing because I was too young. But then I discovered it. My dad showed it to me freshman year of high school, and
Mm-hmm.
it's on now. It's on Hulu, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably Hulu. But at the time, it was just like on Peacock or whatever. Guys,
Right.
6 seasons. Have I watched it? Probably at least 7 times. The full thing. Like I wish I was exaggerating how many hours of my life I've dedicated to this show.
Yeah.
Do you know Lauren Graham? She's Lorelai Gilmore in Gilmore
Oh
Girls, the
yeah.
mom. She's
Yeah.
in it. And then Mae Whitman, who's my favorite actress of literally ever to exist, plays her daughter. It's basically a
Right.
show about like it's like This Is Us is like was like kind of the new Parenthood in the way that it was like I never watched This Is Us,
Right.
but I know a lot of people did. It's a huge
Yeah.
show. But in the way that it's like it was two grandparents and then their parenthood and then their 4 kids and then their spouses and kids.
Right.
But this like the acting is unbelievable. The writing is unbelievable. The storylines are so real. It's insane. So real, so relatable,
Yeah.
incredibly done. Like I sob at every episode. I'm obsessed. I could obviously talk about this for a long time. Anyway,
Right.
Parenthood's my number one favorite TV show.
Yeah.
Jane the Virgin
Ooh,
is
good
definitely
one.
definitely top 3.
Yeah.
Love. I mean, I get really like I have a couple of shows that I will watch a zillion times and it's hard for me to get into new shows. Jane the
Yeah.
Virgin, Parenthood, The Good Place, I've watched
Right.
multiple times. There's a show called Good Girls with Mae Whitman on Netflix. So good. Watch that
Yeah.
multiple times. Like I feel like the shows that I like, I love. And if
Yeah.
you can't hook me within the first like 2-3 episodes, I kind of just give up,
Right.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are probably my top like 4 shows.
Cutie. I probably should have thought of this ahead of time because, well, I have my number one, Gossip Girl.
Right,
If
right.
you know me, you know my number one favorite show is Gossip Girl. I literally die for that show. Like, I think it is just a cinematic masterpiece.
Right, right, right.
I just love all the characters there so like on that show so much. I love the vibe. I just love the drama. I literally live for the drama.
Yeah.
Like, and that show just does it for me every single time.
Right.
And just the amount of twists and turns and everyone's crazy and everyone's literally horrible to each other and I'm obsessed.
I forgot about
What
Glee.
happened?
Sorry, like
Classic
uh,
theater person. You gotta
I
throw it
don't
out
have
there.
to say anything else.
And
Go
period.
ahead.
So I have that show, but other than that, what are some of my favorite shows? I just finished.
Yeah.
What? Oh, and I just
Yeah. What
I
I
just
see you watching every night. I literally, what do you mean?
well, I just finished Sex in the City. That was a
Right.
pretty good show. I really liked. Last year I watched Breaking Bad. That was
I
a really
tried.
good.
I tried.
Yeah, that one didn't hook
It
you.
didn't hook me. I
thought
I
that
don't
one
know.
was
It
cool.
wasn't that it didn't hook me. It was that I was like, oh, I can't do this.
Right.
I literally watched the first 20 minutes and I was like, I can tell this show is so brilliant and I get why people love it.
Right.
But like, I didn't even care about the drugs and the sickness. I cared about the fact that the students were being mean to the teacher. Like, I literally
that's like
wanted,
one scene of the entire
I know.
like however many
the
season
first
show.
the one scene in the pilot where the students like being mean to him and you can tell he's like sad. I turned it off. I couldn't do it anymore.
You kill me.
I
That's
literally was like,
hilarious.
guys, stop. I gave up.
I'm dead.
It's
No,
fine.
that was a good show though. That was
Yeah.
another like cool one. I feel like that. Okay, maybe this is a crazy take, but I feel
Oh.
like that is like it's like Outer Banks, but like just more advanced version in the sense, just
Whoa.
in the sense that the show, it's like Outer Banks, but just done in a better way. Once again, in the sense that in Outer Banks, every single thing that could go wrong for those kids
Right.
goes wrong.
Right.
And sometimes it's like, bro, come on. Like,
Yeah.
no way that it was perfectly timed.
Did you ever
where the
see
second.
the
What?
show A Series of Unfortunate Events?
No.
It sounds like that.
Right.
Like, did it? I've never seen Outer Banks. Was it like to the level where it's like, bruh, like,
I think sometimes in Outer
Yeah.
Banks, I'm like, listen, I'm hooked and I'm excited because I'm like, how on earth are they going to get out of this? But it's like
right,
they'll get into some situation and then they'll have a perfect way out of it, but then it'll be like the second like someone random shows up and then does something crazy and the second it looks like they're guilty,
Right.
the police show up and it's
right,
like,
right,
what?
right,
Like,
right, right,
how
right.
like that is a crazy coincidence
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
happens every single
Is
time.
that the same in Breaking Bad? Kind of.
In Breaking Bad, kind of, just in the sense that everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
But it's not as like, come on, you're just making it for the
Yeah.
show. Like it's like low key, you're making meth. You're
Yes,
you're like
yes,
trying
yes.
to make meth and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
a like
Also,
freaking whatever.
Sorry, I keep thinking of
But
new ones.
go
Grey's
crazy.
Anatomy. I
Grey's
wouldn't
Anatomy
say
is
is
good.
in my top
Mm-mm.
6, 7, even 10. I wouldn't say it's in my
No.
top 10, but I will say I had an extreme Grey's phase.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I had a big Grey's phase.
That's
But
Grey's face. Yes,
Grey's is-
girl.
right. I stopped after season 16, I want to say, was the last
see,
season
could
I
never do
saw.
that. Yeah.
But for a while there, like seasons like 1 through like 12, I would say, I'm watching every night.
yeah.
I'm hooked. Yeah, like I really liked Grey's Anatomy. That's
Yeah.
another honorable mention.
No, yeah. Grey's Anatomy was good, but I got up to like season 11 and then I was like,
That's
I
still
literally
pretty
can't
good,
do this
though,
anymore.
honestly.
Like,
Well,
I'm
you know what?
tapping out.
You know what kept me going?
What?
Truly and wholeheartedly. It kept me going from seasons like 6, I want to say was her first entrance, to season 12 when this other girl the way I know the exact seasons
Right.
is how you know that this really only kept me going
Yeah.
was Arizona and Callie's relationship, because I
Oh,
fear
that was crazy
I was
drama.
obsessed with them.
Yeah.
I was in love with both of them individually, and then when they
100%.
got together, I said, Oh
Yeah.
my god. And I think I was in like 8th grade when this phase was at the peak. So like guys,
Yeah, this was a
I was like,
big
oh
deal.
my god. And then they were together for like 6
They
seasons.
were together for a
I mean,
while.
spoiler alert, if
Right.
you know what I, but come on, guys. This is 20-year-old drama, but 20 years back. But
Yeah.
anyway, incredible 6 seasons
Yeah,
because of them,
right.
I have to
That's
say. And
so
then when they,
funny.
I literally cried so much when they broke up. I
Yeah.
was like, wait, what?
They had drama. I
They
remember
had
they had a lot of drama.
crazy after
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
crazy drama. But
Yes.
anyway,
So
that's
much
crazy.
drama there. No, yeah, that was a good show too. And then also Jane the Virgin that you mentioned. I haven't
Yeah.
watched an episode of that in like years and years and years.
Really?
But when
I
I
watch it all the
watched that in
time.
like 8th grade or something, and oh my gosh, was I obsessed. And my sister
Amazing.
watched it, and like this really good family friend of
Yeah.
ours watched it, and we were all like
Even my best
addicted
friend
to
tried to watch it a little bit ago and then just was like, I'm not liking this. But then I got her to watch it again this year, watched the whole thing within like 5 seconds. Once you get into it,
Yeah.
it is so good.
It
Because
is
people don't
really,
realize
really
that Jane the
good.
Virgin isn't just love. No,
Oh
no,
no.
no.
It's
It's
crazy.
crime. It's
Yeah.
murder. It's
That's what I was gonna say. It's
so
murder.
good.
Yeah.
It's literally so good. And but then it's also somehow it's dark and it's murder, but then it's somehow also my comfort show. And somehow I'm also giggling and giddy and smiling. Like, I
Because I
just think
feel
it's
like
brilliant.
I don't know. I couldn't imagine watching it for the first time right now. Just thinking of the image I have of it in my
Uh-huh.
memory. It was such a like middle school. Like it was
Yep.
such a good show to watch in middle school.
I
Like
still watch it. I can't lie. Well,
and
I'll
as you
watch
should.
it
I feel like
as
I want to
comfort
watch it more. Yeah.
because you just pick one episode and suddenly, and
You're
you hear the
taken.
guy's voice in the beginning and he's like,
Yes.
welcome back, my friends. And I'm like, I'm like,
I'm
hey,
literally
you know what
here.
I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
No, and I'm
oh, it's so
ready.
good.
Yeah. No, those are all some really good recommendations I
Yeah.
think we just threw out. The next topic is artists.
Okay.
So just top 3 or however, I just listed
Yeah,
600
I literally
shows.
listed 10 shows.
Top 3 favorite artists.
Yeah, this is not going to be a top 3, I fear.
Right.
There's literally no way
Yeah.
because there's too many genres.
Well, there's also like of all time, like there's like
Yeah.
broader.
Oh God.
I'm
yeah.
talking like today. Like
Okay.
today,
Thank
who are
you
your
for
top 3?
the guideline because I would have said Queen. I would have said
Right.
the Beatles. Like, we're not going that far.
Well,
back.
they didn't even have to be alive, but yeah, just like actively today, who are the top 3 people you have playing?
Ariana Grande.
Lovely.
To be quite honest. I just love her so much. Ariana Grande. I really love Renee Rapp's music a lot. I don't know
Yeah.
if she's in my like top 3 artists just because like she doesn't have that much music out.
Right.
But I do really like her music a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Leve,
Yeah.
like constantly on that grind. I feel like those 3 honestly encapsulate
Yeah.
my genre of music. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Because we could talk about Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like we could talk about all these girlies.
Yeah.
I just love the women artists.
And
But I
period.
Frank Ocean, love Frank. I really like his music a lot
Yeah.
too. But we could talk about these artists forever, you know. But I feel like
Right.
those kind of that's my umbrella, you know.
Lovely and cute.
Yeah.
Right now, Tyler the Creator is definitely top 3 because his whatchamacallit new album came out weeks ago and I'm still hooked on it and I still
Do you know the song Sticky?
do I know it?
Because I never
Yeah,
heard
I
it.
do.
And then I was at a little house party last weekend and suddenly Sticky comes on. Everyone knows every word.
Yeah.
And they're all like, Sticky in this bitch. I'm like, I was like, who is
Wait,
this? And they
I
were like, this is on
need-
Tyler's new album. I was like, I know
Yo,
Skye
that
would
is
be
a
getting
cra-
down.
Oh, and I would.
Yeah.
And I literally would. But no, just that whole album, because that whole album also has such different vibes on it. I can listen if I'm
Yeah.
like in an upbeat vibe, I'm like, ooh, what do I want to hear? I want to hear Sticky.
Right.
If I'm in like a chiller vibe, Hello Like Him. Oh my god, I'm listening to the song Like Him a bunch in the past 24 hours. Or like
Just
every
anything.
single one of those songs is such a banger. And once again, the album came out weeks ago, but I'm still in that like new music.
Yeah.
Like it's all I want to hear.
That's when you know
like,
it's good.
Yes,
Yeah.
where it has me hooked.
It doesn't
for
just
weeks.
dry out. Yeah.
It was like that with the Billie Eilish album.
Oh,
like,
I forgot about her
when it
too.
first came out,
Yeah.
though, like the whatever this album is, Hit Me Hard and Soft.
Mm-hmm.
When it first came out, it was a month of she was all
Right.
I was listening to. Like
Right.
that album was all I was listening to actually. Anyway, so I'm listening to Tyler's new album still on repeat and repeat and repeat. And then
Right.
and then Johnny Summy, my man's, obviously John Summit, the DJ that I love.
Who is John?
What?
Like, what music is that?
It's like EDM house music.
Oh, okay.
He's been into like new like techno stuff recently. He's been putting out techie music and I love it.
Right.
So I've been listening to a lot of him. Jade Lamock just put out a new song, the girl I
Right.
just showed you. She's like poppy music. I haven't been listening to her a lot though. I just been listening to that one specific song because it just came out on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Fire Pink Balloons by Jade Lamock. Beautiful song. Way different vibe than Tyler Creator.
Yeah.
The three of them are actually very different kind of vibes.
We have very different answers
But-
to this question.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But them, and then I've been listening to J. Cole a lot. He's like my like usual, like J. Cole, Drake. Those are my normal
Mm-hmm.
top artists. So yeah, those would be my tops right now. Next topic, we can do like candy.
Okay.
We can separate it into chocolate candy and then candy if you
Correct.
want. Okay,
I would
period.
love that.
And I would love that too. So
Twix is my favorite chocolate.
lovely.
I love a Milky Way, to be
Okay.
honest.
Fire.
Reese's Cups. Hello. That's number 2 for sure.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Twix are probably tied. So good. And then candy. Well, I love Twizzlers, to be fucking honest.
Twizzlers are good.
They're so good.
People hated on them for so long, and I feel like now people are finally
Now people are on
like,
the train.
They're on the train,
And
yeah,
you should be.
literally.
I literally think they're so good too.
Oh, they're so yummy. They're so fun.
Sour Patch Watermelon.
Valid.
mhm.
Yeah.
And Birds Gummy Clusters.
I was literally
That's
gonna
what it would
say,
be.
girl.
Those
Your
3
big bag.
and those 3, but I will always pick chocolate over candy. But
Yeah.
those 3 would be my candy, yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Okay, so for chocolates, Reese's is definitely my number 1.
Yeah.
Reese's is my girl. Then I feel like I have to say Kit Kat in there.
Yeah,
I have to
valid.
throw Kit Kat in there. Kit Kat was my favorite when I was little. Like, yeah, I literally went from Kit Kat being my favorite to Reese's being my favorite. So Kit Kat has to just, even if she's just an honorable mention, she has to be thrown out there. I love a Snickers is low key good as hell.
I'm the biggest
Are you gonna
hater.
say okay?
I don't know why.
That's kind of crazy.
Well, it has nuts in it, doesn't it?
it does. It has peanuts.
I was allergic to peanuts until I was 11.
What? That's a
Wait,
crazy.
and to
situation.
dairy. I haven't told you
What?
any about my allergies.
Oh my gosh,
Wait, this
that's
is a
crazy.
crazy fun fact about me.
Okay.
So when I was born,
Yeah.
and my parents are going to listen to this, and I might be wrong. Hopefully, they're going to text me and correct me. But as they do,
Right.
from what my understanding is, when I was born, I was allergic to dairy, peanuts, eggs.
Oh.
I think I was only allergic to eggs for like a second though. Like
Right.
literally 1 second. Like boom, done. And then I want to say I also was allergic to almonds and tree nuts. That's always been my memory.
Yeah.
But they're gonna correct me. We'll see what happens. But I think
Lovely.
that's what I'm gonna say for now. But all of them except for peanuts and dairy were literally relevant because I think those were really short spans.
Yeah.
I was allergic to dairy until I was 7 and peanuts until I
Whoa.
was like 10 or 11.
Wait, so you went through all of
So
elementary
all
school
of elementary
being
school, I
allergic to
would bring my
peanuts?
own cupcakes to every birthday party. I would go
Stop.
trick or treating, and my mom would buy like a bag of, because I can have like candy, but I couldn't have chocolate. So I'd go
Right.
trick or treat. They give me a damn Reese's Pieces or whatever chocolate, anything,
Yeah.
and then I'd go up to my mom and we'd switch it out. So I wasn't trick or treating for any candies I was actually going to eat.
right.
I only was trick or treating for like the experience, and then the
Yeah.
actual candies I ate, my mom would just buy from like Walgreens.
Stop. That
Yeah.
is so
I like didn't
silly.
have real pizza until I was like 2nd grade. Like it was crazy, guys.
What?
I know.
That's so insane.
Yeah, and then
Oh my
I
gosh, that
or
is
milk,
crazy.
just all of it. Dairy's huge.
Right.
And then I grew out of it, which was the best day of my life, and then grew out of peanuts. So now I don't have any allergies, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I think maybe with Reese's Pieces, I love it. Like I love it, but I eating a peanut I find disgusting. And you
Right.
can kind of eat you like kind of like actually are eating it in a Snickers bar.
Oh, and there's a full
Yeah, it's like an
peanut in
actually
there.
peanut. So
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a
Right.
correlation
That's
there. I don't
so
know.
interesting. How
Yeah.
did quick side note, how do you find out that you're not allergic anymore? Like were you trying these things
Okay.
every once in a while?
So, well, it's because I had an allergist, obviously.
Right.
Well, the story of how we found out I had allergies is crazier, but
Right.
I would have out and go to the allergist every however much long, and
Yeah.
what they do is they'll give you like a very small sample of
Yeah.
all of the like
No,
down your
yeah, I've
arm.
seen like
Yeah,
pictures where
yeah,
people have
down your
like little
arm, the
dots.
allergies you
Yeah.
have. So I most of my years would just have dairy and peanuts, and
Yeah.
then see if you have an allergic reaction. And I
Right.
obviously always would, and then it was totally fine because I was at the allergist,
Yeah.
um, like hives or whatever. And then they just collectively get less severe, and then
Right.
you're like, oh wait, this is super awkward. And then the and then the allergist is like, come in and do well. This was how mine was. Some people
Right.
mine were not severe allergies either. Like I wasn't
Right.
like going to die. I don't think I was deathly allergic. It was just
Yeah.
like I'm throw up everywhere. But
Right.
so this was like my thing. But then the allergist is like, come in for a dairy like test basically. And so
Right.
I went in, and I ate like a chocolate or something,
That's so
or like a
funny.
cookie, like one of the Milano cookies, I think was. Oh
Right.
no, no! I had a sip of milk. The reason I was thinking that was because that's the first thing I bought,
Right.
which is so funny. Milano's
Yeah.
cookies. But I had a sip of milk or whatever it was, and then no reaction. And then it's like if you don't have a reaction for the next 24 hours, you're done. And so that's what
Beautiful.
both of mine, I was so lucky, and I just naturally grew out. A lot of
Yeah.
people do like, and it doesn't work for everyone, but they'll train their body to be okay with it. So they'll like
Yeah.
start with like literally just a swab, and then the next
No,
day have one
yeah.
peanut, next day have two peanut. Do you know
Hello.
what I
There
mean?
was this, did you see that girl on TikTok years ago with the carrot? Do you
No.
know who? Oh, because she was like crazy viral. I don't know. Maybe this is a
Like she was
niche
allergic to
thing.
carrots?
She was allergic to carrots, and
Yeah.
it was literally like I remember she was like day
Yes.
1362 of eating carrots.
Yes.
Today we're eating an inch. I was like, what the
Really?
hell?
I never saw
Because
that.
it
But
literally
that's
was like,
exactly what I mean. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So
like
that's how we found out I didn't have allergies.
what do you know? Get fun. Anyway, back to the topic.
Right.
So
Wow.
those are some favorite chocolates of mine. So
Yes.
Reese's, Kit Kat. I love a Snickers. Um, Then candies, love a Sour Patch Kids. I love Sour Patch Kids so much. I love Sour Patch Kids.
Right.
And then I really like High Chews. Hello, I literally
Yeah.
just finished like day 1 of school. I bought like a big bag of like the little individually wrapped High Chews, specifically the like fantasy edition that
Okay.
have the like
Fantasy edition.
it's like rainbow sherbet,
Right.
blue raspberry, and then like pink
I don't think I've ever
Hawaiian.
had.
Oh, then you haven't lived.
Okay.
Because normal, like the regular High Chews, I don't even remember the flavors of those because the second I found out about the fantasy flavored High Chews, I never turned back.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, I feel like you can tell that it's not just mango. It's like a mango drink. It's like a mix of flavors. Like the rainbow
Okay.
sherbet is like you can taste the pink and the orange and the green, and there's like a lot going on, and I love it.
Wow. This is amazing. Okay.
Oh, I love those High Chews. I also love like a sour gummy worm. I really love a sour gummy. Like any
Yeah.
kind of little sour gummy, and it doesn't need to kill me with the sourness. People are like, Sour Patch Kids aren't sour. I'm not saying that they're sour. Don't come for me. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying they're sour. Don't come for me. No, because literally,
I'm just
valid.
saying.
You mean
that
when I
Sour
say
Patch
Takis
Kids
are too
fire.
spicy for me?
Bruh. They're just yummy. Like Sour Patch
Yeah.
Kids are so freaking good. What's a third one? I don't even know.
Wasn't that 3?
Yeah, like sour gummy worms, I
Mm.
guess, are my third
Yeah,
ones.
that's just like the general.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love the little
You like
airheads.
Nerds gummy? Yeah.
Oh, Nerds gummy clusters are like my number one. I
Oh.
just think of Nerds gummy clusters as like they're just on their own pedestal because
Yeah.
they're so
They're
expensive.
so
So
good.
like when I'm getting Nerds gummy clusters, I'm basically treating myself to a five
To a
course
dinner.
meal.
Yeah.
Like it's like not even it doesn't even count as a little
Wait,
candy.
that's so
Nerds
true.
gummy clusters are in their own category and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
get
yeah,
number one in every category. Number one movie, Nerds gummy clusters. And yeah.
yeah. Exactly.
Wait, you know what I've never tried?
Mm.
And I always wanted to try, but then Nerds gummy clusters came out, so I never tried. The Nerds like sticks. Like, do you remember
Oh
like the
yeah, I've
gummy
never
stick?
tried that either.
I've never
We should
tried
do.
that.
We should try that.
We
I've
should
never
try
tried that
that.
either.
We
Yeah.
should because once again, those were things way before Nerds
Oh
gummy
wait,
clusters,
yes.
and I always wanted to try them. But I feel like I kind of like got my own money and my own like spending freedom when
Right.
Nerds
And
gummy
you're like, I'm
clusters
not
were
doing
out,
that.
and I was
Yeah.
like, Nerds gummy clusters are so yummy and convenient. Why would I get this
Go
long
to the
ass
stick. Yeah,
What
yeah.
the hell are
Yeah,
you gonna
yeah,
do with
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Wait, can we try those like today? I really want to get
What?
one. I really want one.
Today. Yes, 100%.
After this episode, we're gonna, you know, what we're gonna be
Running to
doing.
CVS.
Yeah, just you know, you already know.
Yeah. Okay, we've discussed so much.
We have.
We will finish our list at a later episode.
Yeah,
Yes.
literally stay tuned. Comment down below what favorites you want to hear from us.
Right.
Makeup products, savory snacks, foods, restaurants.
Clothes,
what do you want to hear?
literally anything.
We could go on for this. Could be a
Clearly, we
series.
could go on for literally hours about.
Clearly,
We got through 4. We made a category list of 12 categories, and we got through
we were
4.
like, we don't know. Like, is this gonna be enough? Girl, I fear we can talk for a long time.
Yeah.
Hence the tripod in front of us right now and the microphones in our hands.
And the Spotify publish button. Right.
Anyway,
yes. So let's
now-
move on to our drama.
Yes, the dramatic elements.
My drama is not even a specific thing. I just was
Yeah.
thinking about when this episode is dropping
Yeah.
and how I'm already feeling the effects
Right.
of, oh my God, the year is about to end. And I'm in mid-November right now. You guys are in late December or
Right.
maybe even the new year. If
Right.
you're
It
listening
literally
to this
could
literally
be
3 days later.
Yeah.
Is it 2025? Let me know.
Literally.
Because
tell
right
us.
now it's 2024, but we're nearing the end.
Yeah.
And I have started to get, like, you know, like how Snapchat does, like, a year ago today. No. Those things trip me out because I'm like, wait, what?
That was a year ago?
A year
That was
ago?
yesterday.
Did you mean 3 years ago? I mean, seconds ago?
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
right.
Like,
Well, it's always one of the two because sometimes I'm like,
it's
wait,
never
that was
correct.
6
It never
years
feels
ago.
right. It never
Yeah.
feels right. Right.
Sometimes it was
But
3
I
seconds
just
ago.
mean lately it's been the vibe of, wait, that literally just happened.
Yeah.
And also for all the people, I think this applies to people that are current seniors in high school and current freshmen in college, is that you always hear 2024 is your graduation year or 2025 is your graduation year. Guys, seniors, you're in your year. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, I remember feeling that way last year. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
it's 2024. That is the year that I've been told since I was literally birthed that was going to be my
Yes.
graduation year. You know?
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
weird. And then there's the vibe of, oh, my year's over. 2024 is in the past.
Right.
What do you mean by that?
Right.
Because also, every year is significant, but there are certain years that are just inherently more significant because
Yeah.
2020, for example, you hear
Right.
2020, who knows where your mind goes.
Literally.
But everybody associates 2020 with craziness. You know what
Right.
I mean?
2024 will always be the year that we graduated high school and started college.
Exactly.
And it's just ending. And now
the
we're in a
thing
new
too
year.
is 2020 at the beginning of 2024 versus end of 2024. What? I'm a different person living literally a different life.
Yeah.
And that's
Call me Hannah Montana.
literally call me best of both worlds. Like,
Yeah.
that is crazy, you
Yeah.
know? Because even like, I mean, same thing in 2020. January 2020, who would have known?
Right.
End of 2020, I'd be online for almost a year at that point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the new year is always trippy to me, but this is particularly one of those years where it's like, I actually don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that 2025 and I was born in 2006.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? That literally means
Literally
this is New
what?
Year's, and then the next time is New Year's is going to be 2026, which is
Yeah.
20 years after the year I was born. What do you
2
mean?
decades.
You know what I
on
mean?
This earth.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm scared.
I think the weirdest thing, this is just random side note, but I'm just talking about my year ago todays, where
Right.
I kind of have a different reaction where I see my year ago today and I think I was in a different lifetime.
Yeah.
That was 6 light years ago.
Yeah.
Not one
1 year.
fucking normal human life.
Yeah.
Year
365.
life. I don't know what I'm saying.
I think
but
it depends on the memory.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because some memories, yes. Some of them, like, I'll get like Snapchats of me like in my like high school auditorium
Right.
doing like the stunts, which is like the musical that we do during this time of year, and I'll be
Yeah.
like, stunts? What was my name back then? Like, I don't.
Literally.
That was literally 30 years ago.
My thing is, like, a year ago today, we weren't even halfway done with our senior year of high school.
I had no
How
idea
am
where
I
I was
in
accepted.
college right
I had
now?
no
Like,
idea
what's
no idea where
happening?
I was gonna go. Yeah. Well, that's exactly what I mean in
Yeah.
that the amount that has changed.
It's
Because also
crazy.
I'll get a year ago, even in, and this is just crazy, but like I'll get a year ago today of like me at like for like the first like Shrek rehearsal that I ever had, which is where I met my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Where I met?
Where I
What do you mean
met?
met?
What do you mean where I met?
Yeah.
Also, because we didn't start talking until like late November. Like a year ago
Right.
today, I knew her name and that was it.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like when you think about how life moves in that way. I mean, this is a whole conversation, but
Right. Yeah.
it
Now
just-
we're just.
but let me just finish my thought
Yes.
real
No.
quick.
Go crazy.
It's just the thought of in literally 1 year's time,
Yeah.
we went from not knowing a single detail about each other. I literally only knew her literal first name and the fact
Yeah.
that she was in Shrek.
Right.
A year ago, a year later, I mean, our relationship could not be more different if it literally tried to be.
Right.
And now it's like, I see you in a completely different way than I did 365 days ago.
Yeah.
370 days ago, I didn't know you existed as a human being on this planet.
And lovely.
So anyway,
Yeah.
that's my drama. Obviously, I'm
yeah.
having an existential crisis about the fact that
I
it's
was
going to be
gonna say,
2025.
now we're gonna be like
yeah,
getting
no, I'm
our
literally
like nerds
circling.
strips or whatever
right,
they're
we're
even
like-
called.
We're
Like,
like eating it. We're like, no, literally. Literally.
bruh.
Anyway, yes.
Anyway, no, yeah, that's a whole drama. A year ago today, I wasn't done submitting my college apps.
Right.
A year ago today, I was freaking out about all my millions of different colleges I was applying to. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, but no, yeah, so that's a whole other crazy thing. It is literally insane. 2024 is ending. I had only been, and like you were saying, when it became 2024 and it was like, wait, this is my year,
Yep.
what is going on? I remember so vividly and clearly when it was the end of 2022 and I had friends who were a year older and I was
Yeah.
like, wait, do you guys understand that it's about to be your year? Like it's about to be 2023 and that is your guys' year.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay. And I was like, that's crazy. And I was like,
No,
I can't
I
even
thought it was
imagine
crazy.
when it's going to be my year.
Yeah.
And now my year, whatever the fuck that even means.
We
but
know.
yeah.
Well, the thing
It's
is, too,
ending,
it's
like,
not just that it was a
what?
thing that started in high school. I don't know about you, but second grade, I got a Chromebook from my school.
Yeah.
And on the sticker, everything has always had 2024. Like, I've always known that was my graduation year. So the fact that that's over is just crazy.
Yeah.
And that also means that, like, I'm just 1 year closer to 2028.
Right.
Which is my class of 2028, UT Austin. What? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just seeing it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
It's the future.
No, it's 2019.
Lovely. That's a whole other trip of
It's
I
been
still feel
now
like
over 10 years
2016 was-
until 2014.
right.
What?
I just still think 2016 was 4 years ago. I think 2016 will be 4 years ago in my heart until the day I die.
Yes.
Because it just was always 4 years ago. Because I guess obviously it's because 2020 felt like 6 years.
That's probably why, yeah.
So 2016 was just always this thing in my head as, oh, 2016 was 4 years ago. 2016 was about to be 9 years ago.
9 years ago.
Oh,
9 years ago.
9, 9 años.
9 años pasado. It's true. true,
No,
bro.
I'm dead.
True.
And it's crazy. And maybe I should get into my drama.
Right. Go ahead.
So my drama, very different, but it's also kind of general drama that I've just been noticing the past 24 hours. Not noticing for the first time ever. I've obviously known this for a very long time because I love these two things. Let me tell you, the piano and a violin.
Crazy. This drama is crazy.
Basically,
Piano and the violin.
last night I was listening to Like Him by Tyler the Creator, obviously, because it was stuck in my head all day for I don't even know what reason, because I low-key hadn't listened to that specific song in a minute, but it was stuck in my head all day. I started listening to it, and then I was like, wait, I'm clocking the piano in this. I need to hear someone like do a cover
Right.
of this song like just on the piano, because I feel like that would just move my bones and change my brain chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
And it did. Spoiler alert. So I did look up Like Him piano, and I found this guy that just just did a cover of Like Him, and he also did a cover of like, it was only an 8-minute long video, but it was like little clips from each one of Tyler's songs on the new album. Not every single song, but like most of the songs.
Right.
And it was just like a 8-minute long clip of piano, but it was like each song was like blended together, and it was a beautiful masterpiece. And it was so freaking dramatic. And then also, in addition, TikTok Nutcracker season is approaching. I love the Nutcracker.
Really?
Queen, you don't even know
like
how
the
much
ballet?
I love the Nutcracker. Oh yeah.
Wow.
I have a weird obsession with it.
Wait, that's like really unexpected.
I have a weird obsession with it. Let me explain quickly.
Oh my god.
Basically, I've seen that show 3,000,001 times, which definitely contributes to my like obsession with it, because my sister was in it for like 8 years.
Yeah, she's a dancer, right?
Yeah, she's a ballerina. So every single time, every year that she was in it, we would literally go like 5 times.
Right.
Because it would be like, oh, we go with our aunt, and then we go with our cousins, and then we go with our neighbors, and then we go with these family friends. And we were like, oh, we want to watch her at this theater, and at that theater, and in this cast, and in that cast. And so
you've seen it so many times.
Let me tell you, I could be an understudy for every single role on that stage. Can I do a split? Can I touch my toes? No. Could I be in the Nutcracker? Yes. Like,
yeah.
I don't think you understand. So, I've been getting excited, especially because my mom was just asking me, when are you free to go to the Nutcracker?
Is she in it this year?
OMG. No, because she's too big now. There's like, because it's like,
like she's too old.
Yeah, basically, because basically the Nutcracker is made up of like little kids and then professional ballerinas. Yeah, okay. So she's in that in between where like
right.
She doesn't have a role. If she became like a pre-pro or something, then she would start getting roles again. But she's just in complicated.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
It's just like an awkward stage where like
right.
She was literally in it for 8 years, like literally
that's crazy.
8 years.
Yeah.
Wow. But from like 2nd grade to like 9th, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, she was in that for a long time. And so yeah, I have an unhealthy obsession with the Nutcracker. My girlfriend is tired of hearing about it.
Yeah, damn.
But I love it. And
well,
so
I feel last night I was on my bed and I mosey on over and I see Skye just glued to this video of just this man playing piano, and I was like,
well, because it was
and 30
dramatic.
seconds before this she was glued to a video of football highlights. So I said, wait, what happened here?
No,
is this an ad?
This morning I opened my computer, my 2 tabs, literally the NFL highlights of the Bills versus Kansas City Chiefs game. That was a crazy game.
That's drama as hell.
Oh, the drama camera? In football right now. Oh well, that was crazy drama. There was like a like Bills like player that ran off the field and he just had too much momentum and he slammed into a poor cameraman, and this huge camera, the size that was literally the size of the man that was holding it, goes flying, and the man tumbles onto the ground, and I started dying of laughter. And Shaya goes, Skye, what is funny about football? And I said, you watch this clip, and then she was giggling too.
Right.
And it was hilarious.
And point proven.
And then literally my tab next to that was Nutcracker, was like Waltz of the Flowers, because I love that, because the violin in the Waltz of the Flowers, Oh my god, you need to listen to it. And let me tell you, then this morning I was walking to class and I said, "What do I want to listen to?" Well, my sister was using Spotify, so I had to use Musi, which is like basically YouTube, but you can like turn off your phone and it just plays the music. Um Literally in my YouTube history, it's the football next to the wall to the flowers. Duh.
That's so funny.
Whatchamacallit. But I was listening to it on my way to class, and let me tell you, when I hear like I literally there's like a 2 hour, 2.5 hour music video of just
Right.
the music, and I was listening to it on my way to class, and I can see the stage like perfectly. Like the
Wow.
exact movements that they're doing, I can follow it with classical music. You could drop me
I mean, that makes
any
sense, I
point within
guess.
those 2.5 hours, like if I
Yeah.
gave you my phone and you just clicked a
So
random minute,
what I'm hearing
I can
is
tell
get on
you
your feet
exactly what was
and
happening on that
can I
stage.
please test you?
Oh, I've had people test me before,
Are
and
you
I can tell you
serious?
the exact thing that's happening on that stage in that
That's
moment. Like I
crazy.
know this show.
That's insane. This is stunning.
Like, do you hear the drama? And do you see what they're doing on the stage?
Yeah.
Guys, this is drama. Guys, like
It's the fact that you could conduct.
Oh, I could conduct. I could do too much for that show. It's actually, you know, what can I say?
Right.
I love the Nutcracker a little bit too much. Oops. Literally sue me.
Right.
Like,
Literally
sue
oops.
me.
Right. Literally oops.
Literally sue me. Like, please sue me.
Oops.
It's a beautiful ballet. And I haven't seen any other ballet ever because I have no interest in ballets.
Right.
I have interest in the Nutcracker. Thank you very much. So yeah, basically my drama is the drama of a piano and a violin because those two instruments
Elements.
are so much drama. It's actually insane. And the violin in that song that I just showed you, you can't tell me that isn't drama. So that's my dramatic element of this week.
Okay. And I respect that entirely.
And thank you.
Wow. Well, Happy New Year to all who celebrate.
We've gone on quite the roller coaster today. We hope you enjoyed.
Yes. We are very close to the end of this season. We hope you all tune in for the season 1 finale. It's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
We love you so much.
We love you.
Click on that poll. Subscribe.
Comment down below. Like.
Do all the things.
Let us know what you want to see in season 2. Second semester?
Right. And thank you so much for listening and for being loyal fans.
Yeah, we appreciate you the most.
Yes. Tell all your friends.
Yeah. Please and thank you. We want PR packages.
Right. That's the goal. Well.
Okay.
We love you.
We love you.